In our top story tonight, Marjorie Taylor Greene has just discovered porn.
Here's what I found out this week. There is a website, you may or may not have heard about it, called Pornhub.
Okay, Marge, think you got everyone sitting up a little straighter in their seats. Go on.
As a matter of fact, it should be illegal. I don't even know why it exists.
What do you mean you don't know why it exists? Do we need to have the talk again?
Marge, when a mommy and a daddy love each other very much, but the mommy has a headache and goes to bed early, sometimes the daddy goes to a special website to look at stepsisters.
MTG has called for a total ban on all porn sites, and she's partially gotten her wish because Utah is now requiring age verification to access them. Searches for VPN in Utah are up 12 million billion% since the law passed, which is a weird coincidence, don't you think? The poor folks in Utah have had to resort to looking at this iceberg for their special alone time. This just in, everyone is saying Tucker Carlson got fired for a racist text, but we have just obtained a screenshot of the actual text message that got him fired. You know what? This actually makes way more sense. Fox would never fire someone for being racist. I think be more racist is what Tucker had under the objective section of his resume when he applied to Fox. The number one worry for voters right now is the economy. And this week, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said, "You should be worried." According to her, we only have about a month to raise the debt ceiling before all hell breaks loose. That's awesome. But don't worry, negotiations are going great. House Republicans have put veteran funding on the chopping block, saying, "We support the troops, but like spiritually, not like, in the physical realm." They've also got a brilliant plan to fix the economy by laser focusing on drag queens. Now, I'm no economist, so I don't understand all the ins and outs like they do. They're playing like 12-dimensional chess over there. But basically, as I understand it, if a drag queen competes in a high school basketball tournament, China will own us forever. And people say economics is hard. Bernie Sanders has countered by saying we should confiscate any income over $1 billion. Then we can use that money to turn all the children into drag queens and our mission will be complete. Anywho, to summarize, major crisis looming, people not cooperating, playing dangerous game of chicken with global economy will absolutely happen again next year. Can't wait! Zoe Zephyr can no longer speak in the Montana House after her remarks on trans legislation. And it makes sense. Why would you want to hear from the only person in the room who is affected by the legislation you're proposing? What's next? Are we going to start letting women have opinions on abortion? This has led to Republicans workshopping a new slogan, the GOP. If we don't like it, we'll take away your constitutional right to do it. There's a high-profile group that has both parties' attention for 2024. Young people. That's right, Democrats are ready to lower the voting age to 13 and enact their unlimited Pokemon screen time bill, and Republicans have decided that all voting booths on college campuses should be relocated to bingo parlors. Marjorie Taylor Greene, oh shit, she's back, said something really dumb, and I apologize for making you watch it.
You're gonna tell me that back in the Ice Age, how much taxes did people pay and how many changes did governments make to melt the ice?
Oh my God, she's so dumb. Okay, but she did ask a question there and I will answer it. During the Ice Age, there was a marginal tax rate of 4% for all woolly mammoths and a capital gains tax of 7.5% levied on all mastodons and ground sloths. Says so right here. Ron DeSantis was caught sprinkling rat poison around the borders of Disney World. Unfortunately, it's only made Mickey Mouse stronger. Now, I know you're all wondering about the royal coronation and what the king will be wearing. Well, the king-to-be will first be ceremoniously cinched into the coronation thong. He will continue to be ratcheted into it by the Prime Minister until his, and I'm quoting here, royal personhood is fully enveloped into his line of duty and the rose of the throne fully blossoms. Sounds tumescent. For more on the upcoming coronation, including some truly weird artifacts that will be used, check out the latest episode of our podcast, A Very Special Relationship. We'll have a link to it at the end of this video. The writers of all your favorite shows went on strike this week, hoping to force the powers that be to pay them more. And everyone is focused on the writers, but no one's thinking about the poor network executives in all of this. So we're here to help. We're collecting gently used words to donate to our favorite multinational streamers, and we've put out a Take a Yacht, Leave a Yacht donation tray for anyone who needs it. Hang in there, wealthy media executives! In all seriousness, we know how important writers are. This show does not happen without our amazing writers. And even though we have fun doing it, it's hard work. Writers deserve to make a good living for themselves and their families, and we fully support the WGA. Who doesn't love a good cultural festival? Well, I'll tell you who. The mayor of Warren, Michigan, and man who styles himself both professionally and aesthetically after Councilman Jam from Parks and Rec, Jim Fouts. Fouts decided that this year's scheduled Bangladeshi American Festival was too ethnic to be allowed. The festival would have followed St. Patrick's Day events, Oktoberfest, the Polish Day Parade, and the Italian American Festival. The mayor, who says the reason he hit you with his car is because he doesn't see color, claims he's not racist. Oh my God, why would you even think that? Fox News has reached out to ask if he has any television hosting experience. Paul Stanley, the guitarist for Kiss, tweeted that encouraging kids' gender identities is, quote, a sad and dangerous fad. Also sad and dangerously depressing, a 71-year-old former rock star who still wears black leather and white face paint picking on trans kids. And finally tonight, an embryo was artificially inseminated with the help of a PlayStation controller. Uh-oh, ladies. Looks like having a boyfriend that's addicted to gaming is no longer an effective birth control method. That wraps up this week's news report. Don't forget to subscribe.